The responsibility of the government is to create jobs in the country, not to search for jobs outside. Because in those other countries, those governments are also looking for jobs for their own people. So it is the responsibility of the government of the day to create jobs within its jurisdiction. This is information that Mr. Ruto needs to know. We have said that Kenya actually deserves better. Corruption has reached very high levels here in the country. You've seen what has been happening. The issue of children not getting their examination results. The examination is a mess, completely. Infrastructure is a mess. The oil deal, a mess. You can go on and on and on. Messes that Mr. Ruto has committed. We have said that this country is not on sale. This country is not for auction. Kenyans deserve better.
Uhuru, sisi sote na sehemu ya Nyanza na Siaya, kuna wazalendo walijitokeza kuona ya kwamba uhuru imekuja hapa Kenya. Kwa hivyo tunataka serikali bandia ya Kenya Kwanza iheshimu watu wa Siaya. Lazima waheshimu watu wa Siaya na waheshimu watu ambao wako Nyanza nzima. Kwa hivyo tunasema hii serikali bandia ya Ruto, tunatoa onyo ya kwamba Wandai na wenzake walipokuwa wanaongea na baba wakasema bei za bidhaa zirudi chini, na wakakataa. Sasa tunasema hapo juu ya swala la bei za vitu bidhaa Kenya nzima.
One of the things that we have recommended in the National Dialogue Committee report is that this time round we are going to amend the Constitution and the Political Parties Act to remove what has been variously referred to as deemed. Deemed. Once we are through with the enactment of those legislative proposals, it will give a political party such as ODM the power to deregister you and automatically lose your seat. Once the National Dialogue Committee report is adopted in Parliament and we enact the laws, ngata mapati mar ODM ogolo nyinge register mare duogo dala manyambulu kendo. In the same report, we have recommended the disbandment of the office of the Registrar of Political Parties, because that office has been a cause of problems for political parties. In its place, we are going to establish a commission to which Azimio will nominate members and Kenya Kwanza will equally nominate members. And therefore, from now onwards, there will be no more dictatorship of the office of the Registrar of Political Parties.
The county governments really yearn to undertake development projects, but they are unable to undertake those projects at a speed which is desired, for the simple reason that money from the National Treasury is not being disbursed in the manner it is required. And therefore we want to caution whoever is responsible for the National Treasury that this money belongs to the people. It does not belong to Ruto. It does not belong to Njuguna Ndungu. It does not belong to Gashieta. This is the people's money. And therefore your work is to disburse it to our counties so that they can undertake development projects.
Ruto, when you want to raise revenue to develop this country, you don't raise the levels of taxes. You don't raise the levels of taxes. In fact, you reduce the levels of taxes. And you don't introduce new useless taxes. What you do, you expand the tax base. You expand the tax base and you seal all the loopholes for corruption. If you seal all the loopholes of corruption, then there will be a lot of money. And I can give you an example. When Raila and Kibaki came to power in 2002, Kenya was growing at -%. And the revenue being collected was 480 billion. And within 1 year, because they sealed all the loopholes of corruption, they raised over 1 trillion shillings. So what Ruto is doing, Ruto will never raise any money to devolve. Even if he says he's unbundling resources here to Siaya, he will never bring it because it will never be there. Ruto is raising levels of taxes and there is no money. Ruto is now borrowing money in order to pay debt. Ruto, you are borrowing money in order to pay debt. You will never. So Ruto, we are telling you that the cost of living, the high cost of living in this country will never go down under you, and this is what we are going to use to remove you from power. You are going to go.
The practice where national government withholds resources that are meant for counties, that are meant for various government agencies and extra government agencies is illegal, because the new constitution does not foresee a situation where the presidency withholds resources for the other arms of government. What Ruto is doing to counties, to political parties, to all other agencies, including judiciary, is illegal, because the constitution does not foresee a situation where the president is withholding resources. The resources is supposed to flow naturally as has been budgeted by National Assembly. And that is the reason why I want to condemn this practice where our counties are being denied resources in time. Because I know that immediately this project starts, and they have seen Baba is here to implement the project, you will find that they are now withholding resources that are supposed to complete the projects. So I want to condemn government, and I want to say that you saw when Ruto was being interviewed recently. The man is empty. He is completely empty. He does not even know the amount of resources that the taxes that he implemented is producing for him.